Now let's have a look at this question of the research question itself. Sometimes it gets a little bit confused because you think, well, at the beginning I asked a research question. Now you're talking about a specific research question. Yes, I am. At the end of the literature review, you've investigated what we already know about the problem, and you've probably got a much more specific idea of exactly what it is you want to investigate. So now we need to phrase the research question or the research hypothesis. The two serve a similar purpose, but they are different. When it's done well, the research question or hypothesis is unambiguous and decidable. So it's very clear what it is you're going to investigate, and it's very clear that you will know when you've finished. That's the important point. I'll try and describe these two. A hypothesis is a statement about the world that we try to prove true or false. So it simply is that. We're not asking a question, we're simply making a statement about the world, and then we're going to try and prove it true or false. So an example is agile software development methods are positively related to product defects. Yeah? So you got that one? Now, a lot of people would argue that agile software development methods are negatively related to defects. That is, you adopt agile methods and you get less defects. Well, indications are the opposite is true. Whether it is or not, having made that statement, we can go and investigate and we can prove it true or false. I contrast that with research questions. Research questions are not something we can prove true or false, we simply can't answer them. Now, the whole point about a research question, they're much more open than a hypothesis, but they should be hard-edged. That is, we should be able to answer them and we should be able to know when it has been answered. Open questions usually need bigger projects because we're trying to find something out. But again, specific questions are better. Examples are agile methods better than plan-based methods for IT projects in this organization? There is a fashion at the moment that a lot of people are trying to adopt agile methods or agile ways of working in various organizations, and some of them are finding very mixed success. So it's a reasonable question to ask is, would agile methods work better in this organization than plan-based methods? It's a very specific question, and you could probably answer it. One of the most fabulous I ever heard of, it drove an entire doctorate, was the question, why aren't we born old? What a fabulous question. Very, it's able to be answered because the answer would be when you found out why we're not born old, why we're born young. It turned out that the DNA reproduction, it renews the DNA. It gives an opportunity to delete broken segments and things like that. So that was an answer. But it was a fabulous research question. A question that one of my colleagues asked for her doctorate was, what do programmers do all day? Okay, we can go and find out. We go and observe programmers and determine what they do all day, and you can categorize that, and you can answer that question. And when you've got sufficient examples of what programmers do all day, you could probably answer it. One that a student project asked, which is very good, how much should the organization spend on technology refresh? Now note, the question was not how much does it spend. You can ask the accountants that. It's not research, that's simply fact. The question was, how much should the organization spend on technology refresh? So that then got into the economics of it all, and the actual cost and the risks and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a really, really good question. So there you are. When you've done the phrasing the research problem itself, you've done the literature review. Now is the time to come up with the research question or research hypothesis, which is what you're now going to conduct the research on. It's a very specific, targeted question or hypothesis that enables you to do something useful and get some sort of conclusion.